Hello everyone, and you're watching Not Ones. It's the show with nuggets and questions. Joining me is going to be my host at Deezus or Dylan. Hello.
Hello, how are you doing? Today I am going to be serving up the displeasure of asking you questions while we eat spicy vegan chicken nuggets.
Yeah, I told him he didn't have to, and I was like, oh, I'm going to be the one eating it. You can stay calm. And he's like, no, I want to do it. And I'm like, okay, that's on you. So if he's in pain, that's not my fault.
So as we all know, this series of questions will come one after the other, and in between we will eat increasingly spicy chicken nuggets.
All for because I got 100,000. Because thank you everyone for all the subscribers, but I may not be thanking you after this.
Cheers, brother.
Number one. They're definitely cold by now. Tastes like normal hot sauce.
So to get things started, question one. Many people know you for your Pikachu in Super Smash Bros. Obviously, but not a lot of people know who your favorite Pokemon is. So would you like to tell people who is your favorite Pokemon?
My favorite Pokemon, it was so funny. It wasn't even close to Pikachu. My number one Pokemon is Dragonair. It's really cute, it's elegant, it evolves from Dratini, which I love. I hate Dragonite, Dragonite sucks. I don't like how it evolves into like this derpy big fat dragon when it's like this little elegant snail type of thing. Like, it should have looked more like Altaria or something like that. I remember people would always be like, oh, Pikachu must be one of your favorites. And it really took me until like a couple years into Smash 4 when I really got inundated with like a lot of fan art that people would send me or draw me or things like that for me to be like, okay, yeah, Pikachu's pretty cute. Because he probably wasn't even like top 5, maybe not even top 10 when I was playing him. Because I just played him because I happened to in the video game. Like, it wasn't because Pokemon.
Alrighty.
I guess me number 2. Me, I'm gonna use a fork.
I'm actually not that hungry, so I'm just gonna eat like. About half.
It's like it's creeping up a little bit. So,
in a non-video game related manner, the business of esports is kind of fickle to some. What do you see yourself doing in 5 years? Is it still esports? Is it something else entirely? What are plans for the future?
I don't really have plans right now. Because again, as it is, like, it is really fickle. I could become terrible and people could hate my content for some reason, and I just stop making money. Granted, I have a backup with my genetics degree, so I can always go back to school or get a job in like a lab or something, or just use general knowledge from that. Also, I've learned how to like network and market myself, so I might be able to get something with that. But for now, I'm just really enjoying Smash Bros. And it's a lot of fun. And I kind of want to ride this out as far as I can. And like right now I'm living pretty comfortably. Obviously, as I mentioned, or as you mentioned rather, like it can just all kind of disappear, but hopefully not, because I mean, Pikachu's nice, so it works for now. I don't really have a plan. It's something I kind of wish I did, but at the same time, I can't think too far in the future because I'm just kind of trying to build my brand and get better and all those things, and I don't really have time to worry like, what if in 9 years I don't like Smash Bros. Like, I don't, because I've been doing it for forever. It's hard to see me not doing it. Like, I've been playing since I was 12. I'm gonna start using the fork. That one's way tastier than I thought it was gonna be. So like this one like hit you like kind of immediately, but it wasn't that hot. These two are kind of like, you're good, you're good, you're good. And then you're like, I taste it.
And you say, ooh, that's actually kind of spicy.
I'm not gonna do that type of thing because otherwise I'll have to play like that, like the brrr sound effect that is in every Hot Ones of just like, oh no, they're feeling it. But I'm definitely super comfortable, but I'm definitely salivating a lot.
You are very well known for teaming with MVD. So a lot of people would like to know, what is your origin story with the man and how did you become close friends?
So my story with MVD, it was kind of an accident. Because what happened was I was going to this tournament called Winterfest 2019. So it was December of 2019. So it was about a year and a half after Brawl came out. It was very much so I was gonna team with someone out of state. His name was Affinity. And he was a Meta Knight main from Kansas, I think. Because like I wasn't super notable yet.
I'm familiar with him. I went to the same tournaments with that guy.
Oh right, you're from here. Yeah, of course. I'm like Midwest. I'm really bad with geography. I have no idea how far Kansas is from here. So anyway, so I was gonna team with him, and then like a week before the event, he's like, "Hey, I can't come," and I was just like, oh no, I don't have anyone to team with. And then like I had seen NBD at tournaments. He wasn't good at the time. Like he was definitely an up and comer. He was definitely a go 2-2 type of person where I was like power ranked. I wasn't like super high, but I was power ranked. And then we entered doubles and he carried the out of me. I was so impressed. Like yes, Snake is very good in doubles, especially in Brawl, but I was like, wow, you're so much, why does this make so much sense to you? And he's like, I don't know, it's just clicking. And we got like 5th. So we started doing that, and then I'm like, damn, that was really fun. We should team more. And then, because I lived in like very North Miami, like I live close to County Line Road, which is like when it would not be Miami anymore, in the north. And he lives in the farthest like greater Miami area city south. So it was like it's a 45-minute drive, no traffic. It's Miami. There's gonna be traffic. So there would be so many times after that, it's like, yo, we should practice. I wanna like make you better because like, one, like this is fun, and two, like if we're gonna team, I want both of us to be good. And so I would still go picking him up, you know, drive 45 minutes, bring him back like Friday night after school or after homework is done. And then we would just like, Friday, play, Saturday, wake up, play. Parents are getting mad that I wasn't like being social. I was just in my house or in Sabrick's house, who was like another member of my crew. And then Sunday, drive him home.
So basically the fallback plan ended up working out, so then you just rolled with it?
Basically, and then it was fun, and obviously he was local, so it was more convenient than like, I'm gonna team with random people at other majors. I literally, since then, I have only not teamed with NVD at one tournament we've both been at, which is, and he still gives me shit for it. I teamed with Mekos, and we got 4th, 3rd, something like that. That one's so tasty. Yes! I was super excited to try that one. So
Everyone knows you for Smash Bros, obviously. The question I have for you is, how often do you spend playing games that aren't Smash, and what is your favorite non-Smash video game?
Right now, I don't really play other video games. I think the last time I played a game that wasn't Smash was I was on a plane somewhere, probably from Canada, from seeing Taylor, and I played Celeste, which is one of my favorite games. Like, it's so good. I think y'all knows, like, I've given Dad as Heck a lot of shit. I'm like, play the game, you're gonna like it. Like, I'm incessant about it. That's like the only game I've played recently, other than like the free games I've got from Nintendo, #ambassador, #free product. Like Kirby, and I haven't played Yoshi yet, but I really haven't played much because Smash is too fun. It's so much fun. I love Ultimate so much. But so my favorite games, it's hard to say because Ultimate, it's always weird to put a Smash game as my number one because like it was always like the one I put the most time into, obviously, but it wasn't like, it was different.
It's also a little strange because that's what you do as a career on top of what you do for fun, so they kind of bleed together.
Yeah, so ignoring Smash, my number one game is Tales of Symphonia. I haven't played other Tales games before the entire comments. Have you played Vesperia? No, I haven't played Vesperia. I haven't. But I just really like that game. I played it a bunch. I've sunk probably, this is gonna sound like really not a lot to a lot of people because like they've like super like played way too much hours of the game, but I probably put like 150 hours into that game total. I just replayed it and replayed it and replayed it and replayed it, and I'm gonna focus on this person, I'm gonna learn how to play that person, and you know, I play with my brother Justin or Mr. Riddle sometimes, but mostly myself. And then I was like, I'm gonna get the highest combos and I'm gonna unlock all the like the statuses or like traits or whatever, I don't remember what they're called. But it was a lot of fun. That, and then honestly, my next favorite game is probably Celeste. It's just good. You move so well, and I like the story, and the music is beyond gorgeous. I like it. Oh no.
Oh goodness.
I don't know if that's because food or because spicy, but I guess we'll find out. It's just fun. I love that game, and it's so fluid. And watching speedruns of that game make me very happy.
And next we have what kind of sauce we have this. I noticed that a lot of the bottle is already empty.
Yeah, this is Los Calientes from Hot Ones. I've had this one before, so this one I'm not surprised at all. So this is just delicious. I like it. It's like very sweet. So I knew exactly, like I actually don't feel that one at all.
Pretty tasty, gotta say. Yeah. Pretty much all these thus far are some sauces that I would eat on a casual Tuesday afternoon.
Then like they're all kind of tasty and they all have different like flavors. They do a really good job on the show. Like they put in so much effort to like flavor profile, and it's not just like hot. Shout out to Sean Evans. Follow me on Twitter.
So, do you have any unique talents that perhaps not a lot of people know about?
I feel like a talent that a lot of people are becoming more aware of as like streaming is more popular and I'm starting to do more stream highlights is singing. A normal video that I have, it's like comments about the Smash and the matches and that one's about singing and it's positive and then other comments and like that one's negative about the singing, but like it's diluted. Whereas like if I made a singing video, it's like...
That's the focus.
If 80% of the people are like, hell yeah, and 20% are like, you suck, I'm gonna be like, I'll never do it again, I'm sorry. Other than that, it's kind of gotten a little less since I've been older, but like I used to just be like really flexible with like my fingers, which is one of the reasons why like I'm pretty technical when it comes to Smash. Like I know like this is like a thing that like I can hyperextend my hand, like this doesn't hurt at all or something. Like I know a lot of people don't have that.
No.
And I also have hitchhiker's thumb. Where like I'm double jointed in this. I used to be double jointed in this thumb and it just stopped when I was like 18 and I was like, what happened? And I could also fold my ear into my ear.
Incredible.
Alright, so remember to eat, yeah, this one.
So now we're on to the spicier half of the spicy.
Yeah, this is when I'm starting to get scared. I'm also like an idiot and I'm putting it sauce side down on my tongue. I know how this works. I know I'm actually doing pretty well. And then these three are gonna knock me on my ass. But I'm like happy that I'm not dying right now. That one is kind of like a slow burner though.
Oh yeah. So with the release of Smash Ultimate, we have a lot of new faces at Smash Bros. Tournaments that you've been going to for over a decade now, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of people are experiencing for the first time tournament nerves. How do you feel is the best way to get over tournament nerves, or is there a way to it all?
There's levels to everything in terms of tournament nerves. I very infrequently get them, but I do sometimes. It's mostly like the very, very upper ends of tournaments, or if I'm just like randomly nervous about a matchup. Like I got it. I don't actually get it that much at Frostbite. I was just playing bad. Yeah, it's definitely like.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a little spicier now than it was.
Yeah, talking doesn't help. But I don't get them often because I just, it's so weird because I want to say feel confident and know that you're better than your opponent, but you can't do that to a point where you're disrespecting them and like, oh, this is easy. Because like, it doesn't matter if it's my round one or like winner's quarters, like I'm still going in with like, I have to try my hardest. Like in the middle of a match, I can see like, oh, I'm like bodying this person, let me just go for swag. But I never go into it going, this is free. Especially like, I have got upset in round one of Smash 4, like round one of the tournament. Shoutouts to Snickledorf. But so for nerves, you just have to, it's weird, because you have to like not have expectations, but have high expectations at the same time, because you can't be losing or lose first stock to someone and be like, oh my god, I should be winning, like this sucks and I'm so scared and I don't know what to do, because you're like too confident. But if you're not confident enough, you're gonna like get hit and be like, oh my god, of course I'm gonna lose. Like I'm way worse than them. Like of course they're just gonna win.
So from your perspective, is it more nervous for you whenever you're in winners finals against a high profile player and it's coming down to the wire, or is it whenever you're in round of 64 and you're against somebody who's lesser known and you're about to lose?
Honestly, for me, definitely round of 64. If once I make it to like final bracket, I'm like, okay, I'm chilling. Like, because that's the matchups I've probably prepared for. It's the matchups I'm more familiar with, because typically all like the random mid tiers or awkward characters will get weeded out by then. Like, you know, I'd much rather play against I've lost it. The only time I've played him so far in like a real match, I lost to him, which is Samsora. But I'd rather play Samsora than, let's say, Reggie, the Game & Watch from Mexico that's not Meister, or, you know, even like random Japanese player like that I'm like, I've heard of them, but I don't know them, or like, you know, not to be like insulting, but like Neotono, but the level of Neotono and Samsora right now like is clearly different. I'd much rather play Samsora because it's probably a player I've watched. It's a player I'm comfortable. Even if I lose, I'm like, yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Position it just right.
Mm-hmm.
This one just tastes nasty.
Yeah, that's the worst one so far. I'm sad about it. The trick is like, if it gets stuck in your teeth, you're because there's gonna be like that little bit that's just like constantly like salivating in your. Yeah. Let's see, water. Oh, that hit me in a weird. Oh.
So with esports coming up, we are having more and more people who are playing video games that they love for their job, which you've answered in the past that you do. So, how do you go about balancing Smash as a game and a hobby versus Smash as a career and how you earn your money?
This one's hot. See, you're smart because now you can chill and just deal with this spice.
Oh yeah, that's a step up from the last one.
That's a huge difference. It's kind of interesting because, where's the bowl? Wow, that's way hotter.
Oh, mama.
It's an interesting balance because for me, the only part of my job that feels like a job is editing. Because I really enjoy going to tournaments and I really enjoy playing all those things. And yeah, like, there's expectations. Oh my God. There's expectations and there's, you know, the fallout and there's the Twitter and there's the everyone on me if I lose, but then if I win, there's all the praise. But I just play the game because it's fun, right? Like, I don't play it because it's like, oh, I'm playing this just because it's money. Like, I do it first and foremost because it's fun, and then afterwards, because it also makes money and it's nice, right? Because I mean, I've done it for forever. Like, in college, it was extra money. When I played Melee back in 2005, it was just kind of for fun. I didn't make that much money. I made 30, 40 bucks, and you know, it's not consequential enough to really make a difference.
I remember the good old days, brawl tournaments, people coming in from out of state and then getting first place and winning $95.
Like 200 bucks, and you're just like, hell yeah! And that's with doubles and like the duelist side of it. Yeah, but it's kind of interesting because I don't really experience burnout too much. Granted, because I edit and I'll like record and edit, and it takes 5-6 hours, twice, 3 times a week. You know, I get the time. I'm not just like waking up and playing and going to sleep and waking up and playing and going to sleep. But I've also never really been that player. Like, if anything, I'll lab, but labbing doesn't feel like playing to me. Man, this sucks. I'm like no shame right now. It's like, this is my house. That didn't do anything.
So a lot of people in the Smash community, you think, is that what their schedule's like? How do you get to be the best while also trying to maintain this level of social media engagement and content creation? Do you think that inhibits your ability to be successful at tournaments?
Kind of. But at the same time, it has been very rare that there has been the best who's also a content creator. Like, streaming is technically content creation, but it's different because you're playing the game and you're entertaining people. You're not behind, like, you're still playing and you're getting better and you're getting more solid with movement and you learn matchups or you learn little things about a bunch of these characters. There's just so much spit.
Swallow it.
No, because that'll be hotter. So it's been rare because, I mean, Zero had an editor and would record, but he wouldn't edit. Back when he was the best in Smash 4, when his channel like started doing well, then like most of the other big channels are like tech channels or like GR Smash, who like doesn't play. Like, you know, you have people arguing for Tweak that like, oh, he doesn't need to stream, he's valuable because he's the best. And then he got picked up by TSM and people were like, see, he doesn't need to stream. And then he started streaming more because that was definitely part of his contract, because without streaming and social media and eyes on you, you're not valuable even if you're winning, except when you go to stream. But then God forbid you get 9th or 13th or 17th. Then suddenly, what, you're just not and you get dropped immediately? Like, God, there's so much spit. Swallowing that one. I f***ed up. I'm scraping some of this off that. There's still a decent amount on there, but it's not all that. Yeah. Should I eat half first? No. That tastes like shit. Ew. That's bad. That's disgusting. That's like hard to swallow. It just tastes bad.
Oh.
That sucks.
Ugh.
Oh, there it is.
Ooh, I just kind of like inhaled some of it to the back of my throat. Ooh. So, what do you feel is the best and worst part of Smash Ultimate? What do you like the most and what do you dislike the most? It can be about the gameplay, it can be about the community, it can be about anything pertaining to Smash Bros. Ultimate. What are your least favorite and your favorite aspects?
That one just tastes like garbage. Oh my God. I'm throwing that one out. I know that doesn't help when I do it again. No, I spilled that. That was bad. Oh, wow. Yeah, that sucks. And it's really hot. Like, I'm unhappy in like 4 different ways now. I feel the sweat shining on my bald head. Oh, it's about to happen. A tear?
It's about to be a teardrop.
The best part is the game. The game is so fun. It's so fun to have friends and people I know like across the world. That's awesome. I like the fact that I can go to Japan or Dubai or the Netherlands or Spain or England or France or anywhere in this country, anywhere in North America. I don't know that many people in South America. And just know someone and be able to play them and be able to have fun. After like watching all of them, I understand why everyone's like so frantic and they're just like, fuck, like, wow. It's like I'm drunk and I'm gonna have to puke, but I'm really, really trying not to, so I'm doing anything I can to not.
We're auctioning this off afterwards, by the way.
Come here, those lights are really bright. You're handling it like a champ.
No, I'm not. It's all on the outside. On the inside, I am dying.
Well, I drank a lot more milk than you. The worst part is probably was like, I don't know, like, I don't really let a lot of it get to me. Twitter's annoying. Like, not using, like, I like using Twitter, but like, you know, the people that are just flaming you to flame you, like trolls. Like, the nature of the internet is super weird. Cause like,
it does give you a temporary moment of relief taking a sip of milk, but it doesn't last very long.
also I'm like on a positive, right? Like people think I'm good right now, so I'm getting a lot of praise more than anything. Like the worst thing I get is like, Pichu's better than Pikachu, and I'm like, even if that's the case, I don't really give a but it's like, he's not, but I don't really care.
I'm trying to spread mine out a little bit. Over the wing.
Oh, that's immediate. Oh. Also tastes bad.
Let's give her a nibble.
I'm trying to like not salivate as much when I'm eating it.
At this point, I honestly feel like I'm at a level where it doesn't get any spicier. How could it get any spicier? So who are some players who have influenced you over the years and have given you inspiration within the realm of esports?
It's like outside of Smash?
Just who has given you inspiration to be a competitor, to better yourself, to become better at what you do?
Like, I understand why like no one freaks out at this one, because they're already like this one.
Yeah,
They're just like, yeah, okay.
I'm shot. It was nothing. It's a refresher.
Like, it's the same thing. Yeah,
of
it's
the
the
hell I
same.
was currently living in.
Yeah. The people that inspire me the most now are the people that can give back with their community. I went to St. Jude Play Live Summit, and that was for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, where like that's where kids with like, they're gonna die if they don't go there, and they have to go through this like application, and they have to get accepted, and then everything is paid for. Like their housing, if they're young, like I mean, if they're under 18, everyone's under 18. They have school, they have personal teachers, they have a bunch of different people with a bunch of different languages, like translators, and so much good stuff. And I was there because I happened to win Smash the Record that year, and so I got invited. But I saw people that have constantly been giving thousands, and they've been fundraising thousands of dollars with their communities. There's a girl, her name is Megan or Meg at this point. Her name used to be like Sinfully Riddling or something like that, and she does like, she fundraises thousands of dollars for Toys for Tots and thousands of dollars for St. Jude, and now she works for GameStop, and it's one of those things I'm not necessarily inspired, but I'm just like so happy that video games are giving these people like an outlet to do so much good in the world, and that is inspiring. Like just giving back. You know, I always try to give back when I can. I always try to at least, you know, do the little things. Like there's kids playing and I see them like nervous to come up, and I'll walk over to them and their parents are there, and I'll talk to the kid, and then like I'll look at the parent and like I'll shake their hand, and they're just like, appreciate it. Like this makes the trip. And the fact that I can make the trip for people, like that was a tangent. But I love doing good and making people happy. And the people that do that better than me, not better, but like they have a crazy supportive community that helps, like her, like Elspeth, like a couple others. It's crazy, and they inspire me to always do better and be better, and it's why I try my best to be as selfless as I can be without like myself over. And this is the last dab. We're not putting extra on it because that. I got like all of it. I bit half the nugget and it was like the entire... That was all puke.
Oh, wow. This kind of hit me like a ton of bricks.
I think the fact that that one didn't hit you is now hitting you. You need more milk?
People know you for your high energy and your personality whenever it comes to both in-game and out-of-game in Smash Bros. How important do you think that is for other players who are in your position to have success with their esports career? How important is the non-gameplay aspects of being an esport athlete?
I think it's incredibly important. Like, you know, at this point, you wouldn't call me, like when's the last time I was top 5? Right? Like, it's been a while. But I have the 3rd most Twitter followers of any Smash player. I have a lot of popularity. I have a decent YouTube channel. Like, it's not like crazy, crazy big, but it's obviously like, this is to thank everyone for being there this whole time and just being wonderful. But I love the fact that people will come up to me, like a lot of people, their comments to me, like obviously they're like, you're really good and blah, 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 but it happens a lot where it's like, oh, I'm really impressed at how you handle things out of the game. You lost to Light and you were okay in literally like a minute. Like I was salty. I was mad that I SD'd. There have definitely been times where like especially like the next couple days after that, I would just be like, I can't believe I did that. But I'm not throwing my controller or running around the venue or just like raging or being mad because like Light is an amazing player and I played out of my mind and I know that I'm better than him because I SD'd and that's the only way he won. But in order to stay as relevant, you have to go to a lot of things. So it's super important to...
Whenever you say you have to go to a lot of things, you have to go to a lot of things in order to be on the same level as everybody, or you need to go to a lot of things in order to be recognizable?
Kind of both. Because, especially now, like, it'd be so funny. I'll go to like 3 events in a row. Like, so I'm going, after this, for reference, this is like the week before Prime Saga. So I'm going to Prime Saga, and I'm going to Pound, and I'm going to the Goodwill Invitational, and I'm going to the winner-take-all tournament in SoCal. I'm gonna not go to a tournament the week after that, and there'll be a tournament, I'll be watching it on stream, and I'll type in chat, and people will be like, hey, why aren't you here? And I'll be like, I just went to f***ing 4 events! Give me a break. But like, if you go to one every 3 months, people are gonna be like, oh yeah, that person, I think I remember them. And like, that's just what it is, and it's hard. If you wanna make a career in this, obviously, you have to be a face that people recognize, or at least a gameplay that people recognize. And if you're not going to all these events, you have less opportunity to get those top 8s, those top 16s, that really good upset. I like the fact that I have my persona as like me. Like it's always been nice, even when I was doing poorly, right? Like when I was getting 17th, 25th, 33rd consistently, maybe 9th. I would still get a lot of praise for being who I am, not being the player I am, if that makes sense. Like the player in terms of, I guess, being able to deal with things in the game well, like dealing with losses well. But they would like being around me because it was fun and it was infectious and I was smiling and I was laughing. And even though it's my job, I wouldn't be like a Debbie Downer if I lost. Like I'm not one of those people, like very, very rarely have I been someone that like I lost and I'm like, hey, don't talk to me. Like hell, like I'm probably the best person you can make a mistake to because like at Frostbite, I lost to James, and they were like, oh, ESAM, was that winners? And I was like, no, that was losers. And they were like, oh, you played really well. And I'm like, if I played really well, I probably would have won. And they were like, no, I just meant, and I'm like, listen, I know what you mean. Don't do that to anyone. Like, just don't. Like, it's not a good look. Like, don't talk to people after they lose, or like, don't try to cheer them up. Like, they will cheer up in their own way. Like, you're fine, I'm not mad at you, but I'm teaching you a lesson. He's like, yeah, this is my first event. And I was like, I'm not mad. Just be careful, because other people will get mad and they will blow up in your face for it. If y'all ever meet me at an event, come up to me, talk to me. Like, I'm down to talk to anyone. Assuming I didn't just lose like 3 minutes ago, like, I'm gonna be fine. And again, thank you for y'all's support and everything. That sucked. But yeah, thank you everyone for watching. As always, social media, Panda and partner stuff is down below. I don't know what to do with all these hot sauces. I own them now. That's a lot of hot sauce.